game's probably going to be decided in the trenches. How exciting as an offensive lineman is it to go into a game where you know that's going to be kind of where this game may be decided?
Just to clarify, just like my experience.
Just this game feels like a game where it's going to be decided kind of at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, well, I believe that's really the game of football is like it's really decided in the trenches. The line of scrimmage is really what determines the path of the game, whether it's going to go in the favor of the opponent or view, depending on what that looks like. So um, for this game specifically, I feel like that's the most pivotal thing is us being able to win at the point of attack, dominate. Just really every play in and out, and being tone setters. What we've been doing, and just continue to expound on those things.
From what you've seen on tape, is when they're a top 10 defense, and that's kind of the way they go about things and historically, like what makes them that way? Obviously, we can look at stats and say they're a top 10 defense, but what do they do schematically from what you've seen? You don't have to get breakdown and everything, Emmanuel, but like, what would you say makes them so good on defense? Makes them a talent?
Well, I think that I think scheme is one thing. Another thing I think is the coaching staff. So I believe that coaching staff has prepared those guys well enough for them to um, to do what they're doing. What they're putting out on tape now. Um, I believe even beyond that, really comes down to from a schematic standpoint to a coaching staff standpoint is like the players and the effort. I feel like they're big effort guys. Um, and yeah, I mean, in terms of all of that, that's pretty much my breakdown. I think them being a top 10 defense really comes from those three things. It's as simple as it may seem, but yeah.
Do you believe in momentum or building confidence from game to game? In the second half against Wisconsin, obviously, was kind of won on the backs of the running game and the offensive line making, setting up the run game. Do you believe that that is something that you guys are carrying some extra confidence into this matchup from, or is it just kind of throw that away and move on?
Uh, um, what was Wisconsin? Maybe 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. Um, as far as my philosophy, Wisconsin was Wisconsin. We have a new opponent, new game, and that means we're gonna have to, you know, continue to do what we've been doing throughout the season. And yeah, as far as building momentum and everything, I think we get that momentum from each other. The standard we set for each other, and the way we push each other, what we demand out of ourselves, and continuing to relay that to the others around us, so that we can all be on the same page, be on the same level, and kind of be one. So.
As you've gotten to know Noah over this year, just what stands out about him as a player, as a teammate, even as a running back specifically? Just what stands out to you about him, and what makes him important to this team?
Who was that? Noah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What stands out about him to me is I feel like he's a down to earth guy. Very cool, very chill. Will always say what's up, greet you, even greet you on the way out. I feel like with Noah, we've had a lot of deep conversations on ball, our careers, a lot of things. We've talked about a lot of things that I can't really talk about here, but yeah, I would say he's like a very upright, like honorful type of dude. just like coming in here, we were on the field discussing, the standard that we should be upholding, and just continuing to emphasize those things, right? So like when I think of Noah, I think of a leader. I think of a guy that's fearless, that has been through, a lot of things in his career, just like me, and is resilient. So when I'm, blocking, that's a guy that when I know it's in the backfield, I want to block the hell out of the dude in front of me because he's back there, and I want to see him win just as much as I want to see myself win.
What have you seen from Iowa's linebackers, especially in the run game?
I think they're very physical, very aggressive at the point of attack. All around, they're just like I said, just like the D line. They remind me of very like high effort players. I give them their props. I've seen it's some tape. Been watching some tape. I think they're pretty good players. And like you guys have been saying, the stats speak for themselves and stuff like that. So just coming into this game, that's why I believe it's pivotal that as far as those things, those traits, I think we have to outmatch them in those traits. Things like effort, things like aggressiveness, physicality at the point of attack, and really just play our game while we do that.